Eiffel Tower is a 324-meter-high iron tower, located in Paris, in the extreme northwest of the Champ de Mars Park, near the Seine River. Created by Gustave Eiffel and his collaborators on the occasion of the Paris International Exhibition, its construction began on January 28, 1887, completed in 2 years, 2 months and 5 days, 1887–1889, and opened to the public on May 15, 1889, 1. Named the 300-meter tower at the opening. This facility has become the symbol of the French capital and the first tourist symbol in it, and represents the 9th most visited French site in 2006, and is also the first landmark in terms of the number of visitors, with 7 million visitors annually. With its height of 313.2 meters, the Eiffel Tower for 41 years remained the highest landmark in the world. Its height has been increased several times, with the installation of several antennas, reaching a height of 327 meters since March 8, 2011. In the past, it was used in many scientific experiments, and today it is used for broadcasting radio and television programs. Despite the opposition it met from the beginning, the Eiffel Tower became a symbol and emblem of the city of Paris, as it demonstrated the French technical ability. The tower was exhibited on the occasion of the World Exhibition of 1889 and impressed the public, and has attracted more than 236 million visitors since its opening. The tower was built in a period of 1 year, 6 months and 5 days, from 1887 to 1889, by the hands of 250 workers, and was officially opened on March 31, 1889. The Eiffel Tower has not known real success since the 1960s, with the beginning of world tourism. The tower is open all days of the year, and now receives more than 6 million visitors a year. Its height of 300 meters allowed the tower to hold the title of the tallest building in the world until 1930, when the Chrysler Building was built in New York. He created the Eiffel Tower on the Place de Mars Champ de Mars near the Seine River, in the 7th arrondissement of Paris. Currently, the tower is operated by a company, Société d'Exploitation de la Tour Eiffel, SET. The site employs 500 people, 250 employees for SET and 250 employees for other bodies. Construction work began on January 26, 1887, and lasted for 26 months with the participation of almost 50 engineers and 300 workers. In the first 5 months, the foundations were built while the construction of the tower took the next 21 months. To finish all the work on March 31, 1889, the tower was officially opened on May 6, 1889. The period of construction 1887–1889 is considered standard, considering the available tools of that era and comparing them with the accuracy and massiveness with which this construction was distinguished. The tower consists of 18,038 pieces of iron and 2.5 million nails and weighs a total of 10,000 tons, as it rests on 4 columns forming between them a base with dimensions of 125*125 meters, with an area of 15,625 square meters. Gustave Eiffel expected that 500,000 visitors would visit the tower annually, but reality exceeded his expectations. The visitors to the tower in the first year of its opening in 1889 approached 2 million visitors, while in 2005 this figure jumped to 6 million, and in 2002 the tower received its 200 million visitors since its construction. Thus, from the top of the tower, the whole of Paris can be viewed in a wonderful panoramic picture, but through its 2 restaurants, you can have a delicious meal, and at night watch the lights and sights of the picturesque city of Paris. All this has led to the Eiffel Tower being at the forefront of European tourist attractions throughout these decades. First, Gustave Eiffel, former engineer and professor of iron engineering, expected the completion time to be about 12 months, but in fact he had to wait twice as long. The construction phase, which began on January 28, was finally completed in March 1889, before the opening of the World Exhibition. In the workshop, the number of workers never exceeded 250, because a large part of the work was done outside the workshop, at the factories of the company Eiffel Bellevue-Barry. Also, of the 2,500,000 rivets contained in the tower, only 1,050,846 were made in the workshop, and this corresponds to 42% of all. Most of the elements were collected at the Levallois-Berry plant, in the ground, by a piece of 5 meters, fastened with temporary screws, after which they were finally replaced with rivets subjected to high heat. Making pieces and assembling them was not a stroke of luck. 50 engineers for 2 years have made 5,300 drawings both for the whole and for each part, and each of the 18,038 iron pieces has its own descriptive design. In the workshop, at the first time, the workers started construction by constructing huge concrete foundations that rest on the 4 pillars of the edifice. This is what allowed to reduce its pressure on the ground, since the pressure exerts only a small thrust force estimated at 4.5 kilograms, cm2 at the level of its bases. Lifting of the metal part began exactly on January 1, 1887. The men tasked with lifting this huge meccano were called the soldiers, voltigeurs. They were managed by John K. Bannon, up to a height of 30 meters. The process of lifting the pieces was carried out with the help of wedge cranes installed in the path of the electric elevator. Between 30 and 45 meters high, a scaffold monument, ecophautages, was erected from wood. Once it passed 45 meters high, it was necessary to build a new scaffolding monument, adapted to the 70-ton bridges that were used in the construction of the first floor. This connection was achieved without any significant hindrance on December 7, 1887, and the use of the temporary scaffolding became useless, as it was first replaced by the first deck, 57 meters, and then, starting from August 1888, it was replaced by the second deck, 115 meters.